I have been playing Assassin's Creed Origins, an open-world role-playing game set in ancient Egypt. And in one of the expansions called The Curse of the Pharaohs, I found myself a temporary visitor to the Afterlife, a place called Aaru, the Field of Reeds. Here it is dedicated to that Lady of Grace, Queen Nefertiti. It's one of the most idyllic and calming places I've ever been inside a video game. To unpack this, first some context. Assassin's Creed Origins is an open-world RPG. The role-playing aspect means that there is a storyline as well as quests, game progression, combat, leveling up, gear upgrades, and so forth. The story in Origins is serviceable.
There is a strangeness in your eyes. What afflicts you?
And from time to time, it does get interesting in its attempt to loosely integrate itself into historical events. Like when you meet Cleopatra.
For once, perhaps a queen's entrance is unnecessary.
And it's actually you who sneaks her into the palace in Alexandria in a rug to meet Julius Caesar, as the story goes.
We bring gifts from our local merchants.
Let them pass, with an escort.
Is that the wine go to vinegar, and my kingdom to pieces?
Great lady, your audacity is equaled only by your beauty.
Soon thereafter, conflict breaks out between Cleopatra's brother and Caesar, and you find yourself traversing a burning harbor. The burning part actually did happen, by the way. Fending off attackers on a speeding chariot with Caesar.
You better be as fast with your bow as they claim, or we will be dead!
You focus on driving. I will keep these fools at bay. Faster! Perhaps we can outrun it! Let's face it. Ready yourself, Caesar. This is worse than any battle you've yet had. It can't be that bad!
Fighting a war elephant and scaling the lighthouse of Alexandria to light a beacon to signal your allies at sea. All in a day's work, in a game that has more than 100 main and side quests. On the other hand, the open world aspect of the game means you are free to explore. And just for the sheer joy of it, if you like. For me, this is where the game truly shines. For here, the environment is another character all unto itself. From the ancient cities of Alexandria to Memphis. From the pyramids at Giza to a hidden underground chamber beneath the Sphinx. From the Mediterranean Sea to mountaintops to vast expanses of the desert. It is impressive how much work clearly went into reimagining and crafting this open world, where I have now spent literally hours in the game just wandering around doing nothing but inhabiting this place. So, by now I've logged about 40 hours in the game and I barely know how I got here.
What is this? Can this be Aaru?
I was just following a quest in the game. But as far as I'm concerned, that quest can wait, because this place is amazing. And well, I am told that this is, after all, eternity and time does not exist here. To underscore this, giant sculptures of Nefertiti jut out of the ground. They face the sun, which is frozen in perpetual twilight, while the moon revolves and creates perfect solar eclipses that darken everything. For the longest while, I walked to nowhere in particular. and I saw things. A tree canopy over the cleansing spring of Nefertiti. I watched people in the afterlife, and through my eavesdropping I learned they were virtuous in life and could in death finally live a life free from strife. Oddly, I found myself feeling happy for them. These denizens of the afterlife, they congregate, they socialize, they make beer, bread, wine, the kids run and play. Aaru is an idyllic place, but for a temporary visitor such as myself, this could also be a dangerous place. Giant venomous scorpions roam the fields, and the guards of Anubis, stationed here to protect the inhabitants, attack me on sight. But these are easy to avoid if you wanted to. In the middle of the field, there's a temple dedicated to Nefertiti, and the temple contains my main quest objective. But the importance of the quest seems a bit secondary here. In fact, I stopped looting treasures altogether, and I engaged in combat as little as possible. Out of what? I don't know. Maybe a sense of reverence. In any case, it just didn't feel right. Instead, I continued to wander. I scaled and perched on the shoulders of giant sculptures. I looked to the fields below, where magnificent ships coursed through the ocean of reeds, a kind of afterlife mass transit system. I climbed to the tops of these timeless ships and let them take me on their silent and lumbering voyages. I walked through the temple and rode through the fields. I watched afterlife people play music together and stomp on fruits to make wine. Frankly, being here made me think of my family. Now, I don't mean my video game family in this game, but my actual family, and found myself genuinely wanting this kind of peace for them. It was an unexpected experience to have in a video game, but there it was. I didn't want to leave. Something of the sublime permeates this place. Maybe it's the sun frozen in the sky, always setting and never setting. Twilight permeates everything. The picture it paints is as awesome as it is terrifying. Yet there's something gentle and reassuring in the countenance of Nefertiti, prompting me yet again to think to my family, to my parents, my grandparents. Sculptures of the queen extend as far as the eye can see, but the queen herself is unseen. Where has she gone? Is she truly gone? Without question, this is one of the most idyllic and calming places I've ever inhabited in a video game. A place that made me reflect, a place that I want to remember. So, while I'm here, I'm just gonna walk.